So, message here says, hello sisters. My boyfriend and I have dated for close to 3 years now. I love him very much and he claims to also love me. We were not sexually involved in our first year and he classified the relationship as boring. After some time, he confessed that he had cheated on me with another lady. I therefore decided to get intimate with him because I love him and I want to keep him, but this was not a regular occurrence. Fast forward to sometime last year. We went on a date and slept out. Late in the night, I went through his phone when he was asleep and found out that he had cheated again with another lady. He noticed I went through his phone and addressed the issue. He apologized and promised never to do it again. Everything became normal and good with us, and I was enjoying our relationship. However, in September this year, I jokingly asked him if he has had sex this year, and he said he had, and that it was during lockdown. I became speechless. After a few days, I called him to ask him about it again, hoping he would tell me it was a joke, but he said he was serious. He also said he had no feelings for the other lady and that the only one he loves and has future plans for is me. Another thing which he said was that if I decide to end the relationship, he will understand and wish me well. I honestly feel hurt and betrayed right now. Dear sisters, I love this guy. What do I do? And that's coming in from Worried Kukwa. Zama, I'm coming straight to you. You're shaking your head. Let's hear what's on your mind.
Oh, girl. So this man who claims he loves you called you boring when you set a boundary in the relationship, admitted that he had sex with someone else to manipulate you into having sex with him when you'd set a boundary. And to top it all off, he said that if you decide to leave him, he will be fine. But he says that he wants to marry you. Leave this man, my sister. At this point, I don't even want to talk around it. It's that thing where we have to remind ourselves in relationships to pay attention to what a person does as well as what they say. And it's so easy to say sorry and to say, I won't do it again. But he also literally told you that if he left you and if you left him, he'd be fine. So maybe that's not the person you want to marry. And I hope you don't, because he's trash.
Straightforward, Ceci. What do you think?
I think this guy wants sex and not a relationship. And for the kind of person that the guy is, I don't think she should have broken that principle just because of him, just because you want to keep him, because sex does not keep a man. It does not.
Répétez encore.
Sex does not keep a man.
In capital letters?
Sex does not keep a man. Oh, my dear. I said before that before someone comes out to say that I won't do again, you see signs. And the fact that he tells you just like that, oh, I slept with somebody, with no regard whatsoever for your feelings. Like I said, he's in for sex and not a relationship, because it looks like he's a liar too. I hate it when people keep saying that. There have been instances that I've come across that people will say that, oh, you're even lucky that he's open with you. Hey.
Stop that.
Stop it. It does not make it right. Because you're open with me about all your escapades, it doesn't make it right. It's like you are doing me a favor by being open with me. Meanwhile, it is the fundamental responsibility, because we are in a relationship. So we have to be open with each other. So you can't tell me that because you're open with me, so I should be privileged that you are open with me. Nonsense. But back to the issue. Back to the issue. See, my sister, it's obvious that this guy does not plan. He has no plans for you. He's just talking. Talk is cheap. It looks like you are, because like the way you are saying you love him, after all these things that you have told us, you are telling us that I love this guy, I don't want to lose him, I want to keep him. and I don't know whether you're a virgin, but I mean, you said you didn't want to have sex.
Okay, wait. Yeah, he was probably her first.
Okay.
Probably.
So supposing you're a virgin, so which means, Charlie?
Yeah, it's all part of it, right? Oh. Because for a lot of women, it's like, if they gave it to you, they expect you to carry through
to cherish
with
it.
them.
Exactly.
No, it's just a tally.
Exactly.
Another one added to it.
Yeah.
It's really sad because, like I said, relationship, dear, compromise. But there are certain lengths you shouldn't go. You see, because right now you feel betrayed, you feel hurt, because you gave him something precious, and it looks like it's just one of his. I mean, it's just like any other day. So, sweetheart, scram, because he doesn't want you. He wants sex. It looks like because she said it wasn't a regular. She said it wasn't a regular occurrence.
Yeah.
So which means that you are not as crazy about sex as he is.
Right.
The two of you are not compatible, because no matter what, you asked him in September.
Right.
Which means from January to September, no, you people have not done anything.
True. And he said lockdown, he was getting some.
No, this guy is not for you. Please go, because I mean, go where you are wanted, where you are cherished, because it looks like this guy, yeah, he's just keeping you for display. Yeah, this is my girlfriend, but Charlie, really, because protect yourself and protect your heart and go, because he's not for you.
Alrighty, Rosina.
Okay. I'll start by saying that anything you fear to lose, you actually lose. So anything you are so afraid of losing, you eventually lose, because it's fear that is keeping you glued to that thing. It's not anything of substance that's keeping you to that thing. So the first thing is that you're in a relationship and you wanted to commit to the relationship a certain way. You have your own principles. You discussed it. And both of you probably decided to stick to the no sex principle. That is something that should be respected, because this is something that was discussed. Now, the first red flag is that he said that without the sex you are boring. You see, sex should come as the dessert,
not the main meal.
Not the main deal. It should come as the dessert, even if it's present. If, for instance, maybe you found yourselves in some compromising situations and the bodies are talking and you guys cannot keep your hands off each other, then you can say that's a natural progression. But where he tells you that without you giving me this, we have become boring, which means that between the two of us, there's nothing.
You're right.
So this is the only thing. And then a principle that you've guarded for so long. I love him. Then you give it up. That was the first red flag. Now, it could be that she probably even likes the sex, but her principles are haunting her. And that's why she can't do it all the time.
Right.
So anytime she does it, it's like that thing just to keep him.
Enough just to keep him, sort of thing. Yeah.
To keep him.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the thing about sex is that, you see, when somebody doesn't want you, but just wants to use you, all they need is to use you once.
That's it.
Charlie, diminishing returns. After the first usage, the second one, it goes down. It is when they value you that the importance of the sex continues to increase. Other than that, it devalues. So you kept on trying to do everything, bending your principles, bending back, all because I love him. Now, even if he cheated on you, I'm not saying he should lie, but it's not like you caught him. You just asked him a simple question. Oh, so this year have you? I'm expecting him to say, oh no. But he tells you that, oh yeah, in the corona time, I do. Okay. Yeah, I know, well, it may worry you. You know, you're the one that I love. I didn't have any emotional, but if you want to go.
I'll understand.
I will understand. It means that you not being in his life, it's okay.
Yeah. He's good with that.
He's good. So what are you doing still loving him and wanting to be there? The end is chaotic. What I see at the end is very chaotic. This one is not like you are married that I'm going to say because you are married. Look, you're not married yet. This is the best time. Get out. Run out. Flee out. Catapult yourself out. Like just out. Because
eject.
And you know,
we get it, Charlie.
And because
permanently delete him from your mind, from your system, from your
hard
soul,
drive,
from the hard drive. Format the whole thing, because you see people like this. Listen, I don't blame you, because I know how it feels like to love somebody that doesn't love you back. And sometimes that love is not because of anything. You can't even pinpoint where. I was crazy about somebody's chin, about how his chin looks when he laughs.
Was there a cleft? Oh.
It was just long.
Holla, sister.
It was just a long chin, you know what I mean? And he would piss me off all he could, but when he smiled, I'm like,
falls in love with a chin,
but today I see his picture, I'm like, really? You know what I mean? But the thing is that I can understand how she's feeling. But some of us have been there and we have gone through it. So you can also go through it. And trust me, when you leave him, 2-3 years, when you chance upon him, you go like,
what did I see?
What did I see? So my dear, leave.
You know, I mean, love is a beautiful thing, you know, the whole butterflies, and especially when the guy is like your type, you know, everything you've ever wished for, you know, the kind of guy who will take you to the beach and, you know, serenade you. If you play the guitar, he'll play it and all that there. You know where I'm heading with this, right? Rosina knows my story. Oh,
it's so familiar. I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
Okay. But the guy has nothing else to offer. My sister, flee. Run. Because, and for me, listen, I hear everything you say. Let's say you're willing to forgive him for cheating and everything else that he's done. Do you know what stands out for me about this whole message that you said? Like the end where he says, if you decide to leave me, I understand. When someone loves you and wants you for themselves, there's no man who will love you wholeheartedly and give you an option to leave. That is the point where you should have known that he's not into you. In fact, I won't be surprised if you were the side chick all along. You're here thinking, oh, he's cheating on other women with me. You were probably the side chick. So yeah, you know what you need to do, sister. Go ahead and get it done. Messages coming through to the show. Greg says, so you think having sex with him will keep him from having sex elsewhere? Oh, ladies, shaking my head. No comment, but you made a comment. Janet says, what medicine should we give to these men? Cry. Essie says, your man is honest na akakakra. Okay, so for Zama that means it's left with a little bit. For me, I will shape him to the man I want him to be.
Really?
But sister, if symptoms still persist, don't consult a doctor. Leave. Elizabeth says, cheating is a decision or a choice. He won't change, my dear. These are total red flags. Save yourself the trouble. Love alone doesn't build a good, solid foundation in a relationship. Your foundation is really shaking. Don't wait until it collapses on you. You deserve better. Benedicta says he doesn't love you. The red flags are many. Please put love aside and move on. If you are ready to stand a cheating husband after marriage, then continue. All the best, because he's a chronic cheat and definitely not ready to change. Paul says, don't think he will change. It's either you accept that he's a cheat and stay around, or if you can't cope, leave. Marriage doesn't change people. Not even you can change him. The love he has for you is not strong enough. Jejom says, Kukwa, what this guy is trying to do is to make you accept that it's okay to cheat in relationships or in a marriage. It's not normal, and don't accept it. You are way more valuable than this. You love him now until you get married and realize it takes more than love to make it work. All the best. Emma says, 1, he doesn't value or love you that much. He has more value or love for expressing his sexual feelings than to you. What people value, they protect from being damaged. In the case of humans, from being hurt. He has been having sexual escapades knowing very well it will hurt your feelings. 2, he probably has another person already in the mix or waiting in line. He says if you quit, he will understand. In other words, he's not so enthused about keeping you. Forgive my frankness. You are surplus to his requirements. Conclusion. Whether he's playing you or not can't be determined by us. He's the only man or the only one who can answer that question, and I doubt he'll be honest. So what can you do? It's either you grow a huge sense of tolerance to help you deal with the shocks you'll be experiencing for many years, or you quit the relationship to keep your sanity. The decision is yours to make. And finally, Doreen says, he claims he loves you, but has other women or another woman in his life. If he doesn't have feelings for the other lady, why is he still keeping this lady in his life? My dear, he stopped loving you a long time. He didn't know how to end the relationship with you. Reason up. Is his name Arnold?
That's some shade.
Whoa, okay. So Arnold has come under fire on the show today. I do not know this person. I do not. Hey, okay. Thank you so much for watching Sister Sister on your favorite Citi TV. Now, don't forget, if you want some more exciting content, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel. We call it the Citi Tube. And don't forget to click on the bell to receive notifications for fresh updates.
Sister Sister, every Friday at 9 p.m. only on Citi TV.